Today, we will be going through all the best AFK farming methods in Sailor Peace. We will be going through C1 spots first, then move on to C2 spots. Without further ado, let's begin. Going down the islands, first we got Boss Rush on Sailor Island. Do this method if you want to get Boss Rush coins to max out upgrades. The damage, and crit chance buffs will be crucial in your build. For this mode, you want to equip your damage build. This is because you want to clear waves as fast as possible to get more coins. Equip an ability with a constant and large attack, such as Gilgamesh for this method. For Gilgamesh, head over to this side of the arena. Then, click the difficulty, which you can do easily. I suggest easy mode if you still have not unlocked C2. Then set your V move to auto skill and wait till the round ends. Once the round ends, click auto replay and pay and replay. Doing so will allow the rounds to keep repeating itself. And don't worry about the difficulty. It will follow the difficulty you have chosen in the first round. All you need to do now is set an auto-clicker so that the game doesn't disconnect. Now, if you're more endgame and have something like Ice Queen or Cosmic Being, you can clear rounds even faster. Remember to choose Nightmare mode if you can clear it easily, as it gives more coins. But if you cannot clear harder modes fast enough, it is more worth to go easier waves as you can clear them faster for more coins. Next up, we've got the 3 dungeon modes on Dungeon Island. All 3 generally have the same methods, but I will show you the positions to stay in with Gilgamesh. Starting with Rune Dungeon. For Rune Dungeon, the difficulty should be pretty easy, so pick Nightmare mode. Then, come over to one side of the arena, around this line here. Then, set your V to auto skill and wait for your first round to end. When the round ends, press auto replay and then pay and replay. Similar to Boss Rush, this allows the rounds to keep repeating by itself. You also have to set up an auto-clicker if you do not want it to disconnect every 20 minutes. Do this for Rune Dungeons if you want to level up Rune level or get Mythic rarity and below runes. For Shadow Dungeon, come closer to one side of the arena to get greater coverage. Do this if you want to clear Shadow Dungeons quickly for Ascension quests or get Shadow Sword. Similar for Double Dungeon, go closer to one side and do the same method. Do this if you want to unlock Soon Jin Woo spec. Coming back to the main world, we've got the Shinjuku farm. This method requires you to have the Quake fruit. And this is because you want to be able to hit enemies from both sides of the island. Come to the top right corner of this patch of ground here. Then, press auto skill for your C skill while facing forward. This should make it hit all 10 enemies at the same time. This is good because instead of killing 5 enemies at a time like usual, you are killing 10. This increases the drop rates for general items like clan rerolls, dark grails, and more. For those in C2, there is a similar but better spot than this, so stay till the end. Next up, we got a more recent one, Infinite Tower. Firstly, go to Settings, and then scroll all the way down to Auto Tower Reset. Set it to around 5260, as that is the best for getting rewards without taking too long. For ability, you want to go for something with a large and constant attack, such as Gilgamesh or Madara. Then, press Start and reset for times. Once you have done so, press auto replay, then pay and replay. After that, stand around where I'm standing and set the skill to auto skill. The arena is pretty small, so you should be able to hit all enemies. Some people also do the glitch where you clip through the wall with a movement skill. But this does not matter if your cooldown is short enough to chain the V skill, since the iframes will be forever. Being in the center of the arena will also make use of the skill's area better, hence I recommend just staying inside. Similar to boss rush and the dungeons, you will need to put an auto-clicker to not disconnect. By the way, this will work only for mobile and PC. This is because you can get an auto-clicker app only on PC and mobile, like those below. With that, you want to do Tower if you want to get its stat upgrades, or to get Abyssal Emperor Sword. For the last spot, we have Soul Dominion, Lawless Island, Judgement Island, and Ninja Island. All of those islands use the same method, which I will show with Easter Island here. Basically, this island can spawn bosses as well as NPCs. So if we stand at the right spot and use a large enough skill, we can hit both boss and NPC at the same time. First, you will need to farm some spawn materials from the NPCs. After that, keep the boss on auto-spawn and go in the middle of the NPCs and boss. Then, pick an ability that has large enough area to hit both NPC and boss. This can be Gilgamesh, Strongest of Today, Ice Queen, and so on. After that, you want to calibrate your position to make sure it hits both boss and NPC. Then, just set your V skill to auto skill and put on an auto clicker so that the auto spawn will stay on. This way, while spending the items to spawn the boss, you will also get some back from killing the NPCs. And yes, this method works for other islands that have both bosses and NPCs, such as Soul Dominion over here, as well as Lawless Island over here. This method also works for bosses that spawn by timer, such as Judgement Island or Ninja Island, in which you stand at the top left of this patch of floor here and use Gojo V move or any skill large enough. Ninja Island one though is harder because of how far away the NPCs are from the boss. So the positioning for this one has to be more precise and accurate. Then, it should work as per usual. You can then AFK, leaving it to farm on its own until you get enough items to craft the ability. So that's it for C1 AFK farming spots. Let's move over to the C2 spots. Starting with the first spot, C2 Starter Island. If you recall earlier on, I mentioned a C2 spot similar to the Shinjuku Island farm method. This right here is similar, as we will kill 10 NPCs a time instead of 5. But instead of Quake, we will be using Ice Queen, as it is faster in killing the NPCs. Come over to the middle of the two groups of NPCs. Then, you want to stand on this mark right here between the two grass patch protrusions. Make sure you stand properly, as the most minute changes can cause the method to fail. Then, you want to scroll in and look over to the top left corner of that rock over there. Then scroll out and put your V skill to auto skill. As you can see, all 5 enemies on both sides are getting killed. There are a few benefits to this farm, and I will tell you why. Firstly, this is currently the best method to farm bounty through AFK method, since you get the most kills. Secondly, you get Relics 1 to 4 through this method. Relics 1 and 2 come from the enemies on the right side, and Relics 3 and 4 come from the enemies on the left side. And those are relics that are used in crafting the damage, and crit chance relics. And lastly, this location is the best for farming general drop items like those below. Basically, a much more upgraded version of the Shinjuku farm method with better drops. Next up, we've got Bizarre Island AFK farm method. First off, farm some of the NPCs to get some Dominion brands. Once you have enough, around a 100 or so, come over to the Dio boss spawner and set to auto-spawn. Then, head over to this concrete floor area here and equip a skill with very large area like Gojo V2 or Quake. Then, just set your attack to auto skill and kill both boss and NPC at the same time. Doing so will allow you to kill the boss while getting back some of the Dominion brands from the NPCs. And yes, this works similarly to method number 5 for C1. Do this method if you want to get the world spec, or if you want to get the luck relic, since relic part 5 and 6 drop from the NPCs here. Moving on, we've got the Punch Island Garou boss AFK method. For this method, I want you to equip your damage build, but change your spec passive to Fortune Chosen and plan to Devil. This is because you want to be able to damage Garou, but also have some buff in drop rate. Over here you can see I am using Eminence instead of Devil, as I do not yet have Devil, but you can use the best clan you have with this similar passive. Then, equip Gilgamesh and come over to this spot right here. Then, while facing in this direction, set your V skill to auto skill. You should be able to see Garou's health falling and all 5 NPCs dying. If you are unable to find the sweet spot, go to settings and scroll until just before the end. You should see this setting called Show Hitboxes. Activate it, and you should see this red box when you use a skill. Use that to calibrate the NPCs to be inside your box, while also being able to damage Garou. With that, it will take a while, but you will be able to kill Garou while AFK. You can then just leave it overnight, and you will keep killing the Garou that respawns, while also killing Punch Island mobs. This method got me Garou in just one night, so do this method if you want to get his ability. You can also do this method if you want to get Relic Parts 7 and 8 for Damage Relic. But if you want to specifically get those Relic parts, I recommend just using Luck Build and killing just the NPCs, as Luck Build helps a lot in the Relic drops. But if you want both Garou and the Relics, then this will be the best method for you. Next, we have Sea Beast farming. For this method, I recommend you to have a high bounty, or AFK farm, with a group of high bounty players. This is because the higher your bounty, the higher chance sea beasts will spawn. And with more people, there is a higher chance as well as faster killing of sea beast. From the docks of Punch Island, you want to go forward until you see it says Open Sea. Once you are in Open Sea, sea beasts will be able to spawn. Then, equip your damage build and equip a high damage spec like Garou. Then set your V skill to auto skill. It is important to be using an iframe high damage skill, as the sea beasts can do large amounts of damage to you. You can even use Tiny Task to auto skill multiple skills for specs with a gap in skill cooldown. Eventually, the sea beast will spawn, and your auto skill will kill it automatically for you. And there we go, automated Sea Beast farm. As you can see, it takes a while to kill the Sea Beast, even with damage build, as it is so tanky. Hence, I recommend doing this with a team, which you can go to find in Grinding Chat in the official Discord. If you want Bloodline or Clan rerolls, this is the method for you, as you get 30 and 50 respectively per Sea Beast. If not, you can also do this for one of if not the current best sword in the game now, Dragon Goddess. Lastly, we've got Crystal Defense AFK farm. For this mode, I recommend using Ice Queen or Garou, as those to have low startup and end lag. This will be very important, as you will die quickly if your startup and end lag is too long, since NPCs can damage the crystal. Moving on, once you're in, go to settings and scroll all the way down. Set your crystal defense reset to around 60 to 70. Sometimes it appears as auto tower reset, still works the same. By this point, you should be strong enough to kill NPCs quickly, hence 60 to 70 is a good number to reset at. After that, press start and let the NPCs kill the crystal first. Once that is done, press auto replay, then pay and replay. Stand right on top of the crystal and set your V skill to auto skill. Then open your auto clicker and let it auto click to prevent disconnecting every 20 minutes. After that, as long as you have enough crystal keys, it will keep auto farming for you. Do this farming method if you want the current best title, accessory, and the anti-magic sword, as well as the crystal defense upgrades, which are crucial for endgame builds. So that's it for all the AFK farming methods. As more updates come down the line, I will be sure to update the list of methods, so stay tuned. Thank you all for 5K subs, it means the world to me.